Okay.
Welcome to the Goodrow Family Thanksgiving. Today we are going to explore some ideas about Thanksgiving and the traditions and compare them with the first Thanksgiving. So come along with us as we have fun with this day. From research we've done on the Pilgrims, we know that this was not the traditional garb that they wore. They wore bright colors of green and blues and reds and oranges, but this was mainly their religious outfit. And the first Pilgrims did not actually wear these. It was later through the time. We also have learned that the first Thanksgiving was 3 days long, and it was to show thanks for the harvest that they had finally been able to cultivate after they had landed. Through the years, though, it became more of a religious time, and it was hit or miss through the years. But Abraham Lincoln made it a law that Thanksgiving is the fourth Thursday of every month, and we have celebrated it that way ever since. The turkey, also known as tom turkey, was the national bird for many years. At the first Thanksgiving, it was not used as part of the feast. Things such as venison and lobster, nuts, corn were used, but the turkey was not traditionally used at the first Thanksgiving. We have adopted him since then as an important part of our day. From research we've done on the Pilgrims, we know that this was not the traditional garb that they wore. They wore bright colors of green and blues and reds and oranges, but this was mainly their religious outfit. And the first Pilgrims did not actually wear these. It was later through the time. We also have learned that the first Thanksgiving was 3 days long, and it was to show thanks for the harvest that they had finally been able to cultivate after they had landed. Through the years, though, it became more of a religious time, and it was hit or miss through the years. But Abraham Lincoln made it a law that Thanksgiving is the fourth Thursday of every month, and we have celebrated it that way ever since.
At the Goodrow Thanksgiving, made by 3 different generations of family. Everybody contributed to the meal.
And we are comparing food that was at the first Thanksgiving. The dressing is very close to, because the cornmeal, they use cornmeal in their meal, but they did not actually use corn. And another myth is the popcorn. A lot of teachers pop popcorn for their class because they think that was part of the Thanksgiving feast, but it was not. But cornmeal was, so that's pretty close. The candied yams were not used because they had not been brought over yet. They were not brought over with the English, so they had not been introduced to those just yet. We have ham. They did not have pigs at that time. They had a lot of deer and fowl and lobster, and the turkey had not yet made its way to them either. Beans and collards, they had not cultivated those yet either. We do have apple salad that is pretty close with the raisins and the nuts and the apples. We have cranberry, this is cranberry jello with cranberry sauce, but they didn't have sugar. So they had the cranberries, but they didn't have the actual cranberry sauce. Now this is a typical Goodrow Thanksgiving. Very blended, my sister and my husband's aunt, and we're sitting down enjoying the feast, just like the original feast was, with a few more modern conveniences. Okay, this is John Major, and John Major was in the service last Thanksgiving. How many years were you there? 2 years, and his Thanksgivings were a little different from ours. Can you tell us a little bit about them?
The main difference was basically you don't have family, so your friends become family, and you spend a lot of time with them, so you're family. It's about the only difference.
So you had turkey and dressing.
Yeah, we still had turkey and dressing, and sweet potatoes and green beans and butter beans, and all the normal home style stuff, just not with your family. It was with, all your people you hang out with on a day-to-day basis.
And what did the Hawaiian locals, what did they eat?
It's called kailua pig. They dig a big pit and cook the pig in the pit, and then when they bring it out, it's like pulled pork, and they cook it with cabbage and vinegar and a bunch of other stuff.
So a little different from our turkey and ham.
A lot different from turkey and ham.
Is it as good?
It's good, but nowhere near as good as turkey and dressing.
Now that Thanksgiving is over, we are able to reflect upon the day and compare it to the first Thanksgiving. We are thankful for our food and our family and our shelter. We were able to play games like basketball outside and football, and even some went hunting that morning and the next day. So we hope you and your family had a very safe and healthy holiday also.